Hello, this is the first release of WingWLiveAutomate, which is a program that automates the WLive capabilities on the Wing desk. So I just started the application and I don't need the computer anymore because everything takes place on the Wing. I'm selecting a session which has been pre-recorded with 5 tracks, and as you can see I can move jogs. I can turn some knobs which are assigned to jogs either by milliseconds, by seconds, every 30 seconds, or even markers, and this enables actually navigating through the audio rather easily, and you can go back and forth with or without the audio playing at the same time. So these are some of the features, and one thing that I've been adding is the capability. I'm right now playing some audio and adding the capability to loop between 2 consecutive markers, which is a very neat feature that enables going back and forth between 2 markers that have been assigned or associated with a session, and go from one to the other and then jump to the next one and so on. I just engaged the between markers, and I'm just also expanding the view so you can see better what happens between the markers. So moving to a marker right now, and as you can see it jumps between 2 markers, moving to another one, or between markers, and you will see that the audio will loop back and forth between those 2 markers. And I think at some point I will put the sound on so that you can actually listen to what happens. So this new release is just the first one. It's actually quite stable. There's a need for a specific version of the Wing firmware, but that will make it to the Behringer website at some point. And from that day, I will be able to release that version. So going back to the standard view of the 2 SD cards, as you can see, I'm using only SD1. SD2 is free for other uses, or you can also link the 2 cards so that you have a 64 track capability in terms of audio sources. So I'm playing with different capabilities, and you can see also this is I'm enabling, I'm putting some start and end of the audio loop features, and I think I just forgot in the middle to set up the repeat button. So I'll set it up at some point, going back in time, and you will see it doesn't loop as expected, but that's just because I didn't place the loop button correctly. So this time it will loop correctly between the 2 cursor points. So there are 2 types of loop capabilities. One is between a start and end loop based on audio cursor, and the other one is actually using markers, and those 2 together actually add a lot of flexibility to the editing capabilities or features of the program. Of course, when you remove the loop, or you say stop repeating, it continues correctly as expected. The jogs actually work very nicely. It's very smooth, and I'm enabling now scrubbing, audio scrubbing. So you can see that now when I change a jog position, you have this noise or sound that you can recognize from the song when the jog moves. and that's just another way to navigate through the audio and decide exactly where you want to start, set a marker or a loop start, or start editing again your mix. And that works for basically just every millisecond, every second, or even marker. More difficult with markers because there is a lot of processing going in the console as you do that, but it does work as expected. I personally find it a lot smoother, and that's to be expected when you don't audio scrub. The process is a lot lighter on the desk. Unfortunately, the Wing jog is not available, and you cannot use it. And I'm sure at some point this functionality, which is not present today in the OSC capabilities, will be offered, and at that point I'll be able to add it. I'm playing currently with the solo in place function, and you can see that I can launch it from the WingWLive-Automate interface, as well as the desk itself. And that's true for SIP, for every type of transport functions, as well as all the marker functions. You can actually use either the interface which is provided by the program, the interface that comes with the desk, either from the screen, the touch screen, or from the buttons at the bottom right, just on top of the jog wheel. Right now I'm deleting markers one by one, and I just deleted most of the markers. There was only one left at the end, and I'm going to be adding a new marker, which is just click, and adding some more by navigating through the audio, going back in time, adding marker every basically 30 seconds. And all this provides a nice set of features. Of course, and that's I think the next thing that I'm going to be showing here is you still have the recording of automation capability. I'm just adding some track fader moves and mutes, and that could be just about any attribute of the console, and those will be replayed when you go back in time. You can save them, you can edit them, you can overwrite them. There is a 16 layer of undo also that can be activated and used. So a lot of features, even for this very first release. It's been stable for about a good 15 to 20 days. I've been playing with it a lot and never had a real crash. I had some bugs that I fixed, of course, but never had a crash of the application. So I think this is really quite stable in terms of what it provides and the set of features. So quite usable and ready to hit your recording studio so that you guys can enjoy it as much as I do enjoy it myself. Alright, getting to the end of the audio. Thanks a lot. This will be for release very soon.